I'm going to show you a slightly more complicated reading pattern and see if you can't figure it out along with me. So we're going to start on that landmark note that we are remembering, which is the G above middle C. We're going to go from well, let's just first say it. So we're going to say line 2, up a second, down a third, and up a fourth. So let's review some of those more difficult intervals. First of all, line to a space. You're probably pretty familiar with that by now. That's a second. Space to the next line is a second. Line down to the next line is a third. And line not to the next space, but the next space is a fourth. Remember, we have 2 notes in between there, and we have 2 notes on the keyboard in between there. So let me play that for you. So we have a G, up a second, down a third, and up a fourth. Okay, good so far. Let's figure out how we might put that in our hand to do some logical fingering. Let's say that we start with 1. So we start with 1. Let's see, let me make sure that you can see that. Here's 1, that G. And now we're going to go up a second, up another second. So far we have 1, 2, and 3 in our hand. Down a third. We're going to skip a finger and go down a third. Now how do we do that fourth? If you remember, a fourth has 2 notes in between it. So the logical thing to do here would be to go up to our 4th finger, which is right here. Okay, so let me play that again. I did 1, starting on G, 2, 3, 1, 4. Let's say we didn't start on 1, but we started on 2. We could do it like this. 2, up a second, 3, up a second, 4th finger, down a third, down to your 2nd finger, up a 4th, up to your 5th finger. Those would be the 2 combinations that would work the most smoothly in your hand. Now let's say that we do it with our left hand. The fingering will feel completely different. So let's just say that we start with our 5th finger, and we would do 5, up a second would be our 4th finger, up a second would be our 3rd finger, down a third would be the 5th finger, and up a 4th, I'm going to kind of come down here so you can see what I'm doing, would be up to your 2nd finger. Again, the left hand could also do another set of fingering, and that would be 4, starting on G, 3, 2, and 4, and, just so you can see it, up to 1. Okay. So 4, 3, 2, 4, 1. Okay, I hope that makes some sense how we're using those intervals that we've been learning. We really only needed to know that G note for this particular exercise. And if you notice, if you're observant, you'll notice that we play the G here and we return to that G. So you can use them as a landmark both times that you see them.